Hello everyone, in this video I'll be explaining the difference between warnings and errors. It's an understandable instinct to think that you've done something wrong whenever you see red in your code, but that may not always be the case. So this chunk of code here comes from the grouping data video. I won't go into too much detail in this code since you can see that video for a more thorough explanation, but this code generates a warning here. It is basically saying a value trying to be set on a copy from a slice of a data frame, try it. Basically, what this warning is telling you is that it's recommending a different way of doing something. It's saying that this code still works. You can see the output here, but it's just recommending a different way of doing it. So generally speaking, with warnings, your code will still run, but it's just giving you a recommendation to do something else, or it's warning you that something may have gone wrong. But as long as you're getting reasonable output, you can, for the most part, ignore warnings. Errors, on the other hand, mean that your code crashed during execution. So here's an example. I tried to read in a CSV. I just put a string in here that there is obviously not a file of this name, and I try to read it in. And it gives an error, and it looks like this. And these are ones that you need to handle, and I'll explain briefly what parts of the error message you need to worry about since you can ignore a lot of this. The first part is this chunk here is showing you the code where the error happened. This is the part. It's saying that on line 3 is where the error happened because it failed to find this file. And it also showed a code just before and after. This is showing the code that's inside of pandas and that led to the crash. You can ignore that for the most part. And the only time you need to concern yourself with this if it was in a function you wrote and you can follow what it was doing. Then the other part you need to care about is this at the bottom. It'll give you the type of error. Here it says it's a file not found error. And it says that the file, this file does not exist, doesn't exist. So yeah, the two parts you need to worry about are the part at the top where it'll tell you which line is wrong, and the part at the bottom that will tell you why it's wrong. So that's the difference between warnings and errors. If there are any specific error messages you want me to make a video explaining, feel free to leave it in the comments or reach out to either myself or Dr. Golding.